Hello, my name is Melita. Welcome to my ESL channel. Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to my Eikaiwa stream. Today's topic is traveling. I prepared a few discussion questions and we'll go through them and I'll be giving my answers just to help the discussion along. So, first question. Do you like to travel or do you prefer to stay at home? Do you like to travel or do you prefer to stay at home? Well, for me, I would say the answer is both. I enjoy traveling to different places, but I also like to stay at home. So, to be honest, this past year, I know there was a lot of having to stay at home and not go out, and a lot of people lost their social lives. And I know that was very difficult for some people, but honestly, for me, it wasn't really all that different from how I normally live my life. I stay at home a lot and I don't go out, so yeah. But, I do enjoy traveling, so I would say both. Do you prefer to travel by plane, car, train, or some other form of transportation? Do you prefer to travel by plane, car, train, or some other form of transportation? My favorite form of transportation is definitely a car. So I don't know, it's a very enjoyable feeling to be driving in a car and listening to music. So as long as there's no traffic on the road, then I really, really enjoy driving. So, but I kind of have to be the driver because I noticed that when I'm a passenger in the car, I get motion sickness for some reason, especially if I'm sitting in the back seat. If I'm sitting in the front passenger seat, then I'm usually okay. But if I sit in the back, then I start to feel kind of queasy and nauseous, and it's not very enjoyable. So it's very strange because when I was a kid, I didn't get motion sickness. I was perfectly fine to ride as a passenger in the car. Once I got my driver's license and started driving cars myself, I don't know how it happened. I just developed motion sickness. Traveling by train, I've traveled short distances by train. Like here in America, obviously we have the metro system. So I've used that a little bit. And when I was on study abroad in Japan, obviously I was going everywhere by train. But I've never made a very long trip by train before. My cousin has done that. She took an 8-hour train ride once because she doesn't like flying. She's very, very afraid to fly. So she took the train instead. But I mean, I think it probably would be fine. I don't think I'd get sick or anything. And it probably would be a lot like flying in a plane because you can get up and walk around. So, but it's not as dangerous, I suppose, because I don't think there's any turbulence on a train. So, but my least favorite form of transportation is definitely a plane. I will fly on a plane. I'm not somebody who's so afraid of flying that I can't get on a plane. I've made the trip between Japan and America 4 times because I went to Japan on my study abroad and then I came back to America for Christmas break. So I had to go to Japan twice and then come back to America twice. And that's like a 14 plus hour plane ride. So yeah, so I'm okay with flying in planes. I don't have panic attacks or anything, but I hate flying in planes. It's definitely my least favorite form of transportation, so I'd rather not. I have done a bus ride before. When I was in Japan, I was staying in Tokyo Prefecture, and me and a friend, we took a trip to Aomori, Aomori Prefecture, and also I think Ishikawa and Iwate Prefecture. I hope I'm saying those names right. And it was a long bus ride. But yeah, they're okay. Um, they're not so bad, especially if you know the people in the bus. Because the university I was studying at, they had cheap bus trips for the foreign students, where it was like $30 for a weekend trip. And so I went on those twice with my friends, and they were really fun because on the bus you're with your friends. So yeah, they're not so bad. But yeah, car is definitely my favorite form of transportation. So when you travel, is it usually for business or to take a vacation? When you travel, is it usually for business or to take a vacation? For me, most of the times in my life that I have taken a trip or traveled, it's been for vacation, or, personal fun reasons. Like I've traveled around the United States a lot. I've gone to Florida a bunch of times because I have a lot of family that lives in Florida. So there's been family reunions in Florida, weddings, funerals, so those are, well, they're not for vacation, but they're not for business. So yeah, I guess personal. And then I've been to Colorado before. That was for a wedding. One of my cousins was getting married. I've been to New York a bunch of times because I have family who live up there. So I went for weddings, and my cousin, she was having a sweet 16 birthday party. It's something we do for girls. We don't have a boy version of this, but if your daughter is turning 16, it's supposed to be a big deal. So she'll have a big party and it will be called Sweet 16. So I did not have one. I definitely didn't have a birthday party. When I was turning 16, I didn't have a birthday party. But yeah, I traveled to New York for that. I went to Nebraska to visit a cousin and my aunt when I was little. That was a very long trip. I've never taken a business related trip before. So definitely not for my job. What is your favorite kind of vacation destination? Well, for me, I'm not really sure because like I said, I've taken lots of trips, but I've never really gone on a vacation by myself. The times that I would go on vacation, it was usually with family, and I was a kid back then, so my parents were choosing where we would go, and I didn't really get a choice in it. So, but I mean, I always enjoyed our family vacations, but I guess a lot of the times we would go camping. Maybe we would go camping in the mountains, or we would go camping at the beach, and I enjoyed that. Camping is very, very fun. Other times, we would stay in a cabin in the mountains during the winter time, like for Christmas. So there would be lots of snow because you're up in the mountains, and we'd go sledding every day. That was fun. But yeah, I mean, for me personally, like I said, I don't take vacations. The times that I do go on trips, it's usually because there is a concert or some sort of event that's happening in another state. And so it's far enough away that I have to take time off from work and drive, or fly even a very long distance to get to it. Um, so yeah, I don't know. And those places, I don't pick the places that those events or concerts occur. It's my favorite artist, and they're going somewhere, and wherever they choose to go, that's where I go because I want to see them in concert. So yeah, but I mean, I guess if I had to pick, I would say anywhere that is, in nature. Nature is a nice vacation destination. The beach is a very nice vacation destination. I really hate the big city, so I definitely would not go to the big famous cities that have lots of people and tall buildings. I really hate that kind of atmosphere. In Japan, the big city is nice though. I did have fun like visiting Shinjuku and Shibuya, Harajuku, like all those places. What kind of activities do you like to do while on vacation? What kind of activities do you like to do while on vacation? Well, like I said, the times that I do take time off and go on a trip, it's usually for concerts. One of my favorite artists who I've gone to like 3 of her concerts. Her name is Lights, and she's Canadian. But she visits the United States quite often, and I was able to go to a couple of her concerts. I really enjoyed them. But one of them, it was far away from where I lived, so I had to drive to get there. So yeah, and another time, I took a plane ride to go to an anime convention in another state, because one of my favorite Japanese bands, they were coming to perform there. So yeah, I really wanted to go. I guess concerts, music events, those are things that I like. I did drive. I took I think it was a 13-hour drive to go to a convention here in the United States. It was not an anime convention, but it was like a general nerd geek themed kind of convention. So yeah, that was fun. I stayed in a hotel for a couple of days. I think I left on Thursday morning and I got there Thursday evening. So it was in the same time zone. And yeah, so I got there Thursday evening and I stayed, was it Friday, Saturday, and then I think I left Sunday night. And I got back on Monday. Or did I get back on Tuesday? Actually, yeah, I left Sunday night. And then I think I parked at a rest stop and I slept till like Monday morning. And then it took me like all day driving back on Monday. And I got back like late Monday night. How long are your vacations usually? How long are your vacations usually? Well, like I said, all the times that I go on vacation or take a trip, it's usually because there's some sort of an event that I want to attend. So the length of my vacation, it will just depend on how long it takes for me to drive there, go to the event, and then come back. I mean, I think the longest that I took time off was probably for that 13-hour trip where I went to the convention. So what was when did I take? I think I took Thursday. Actually, I think I took a whole week off from work. I think it was 5 days. My work schedule, it's not a Monday through Friday, or at least the job that I was working at the time, it wasn't a Monday through Friday work schedule. It was night shift. My work week would start Wednesday night and it would end Monday morning. So, but yeah, I think because the days I would be traveling, it was Thursday, and then I was going to be there at the convention for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then Monday was going to be a traveling day. I just ended up taking all 5 days off. So yeah, that's probably the longest that I've taken time off from work for. Most times, the places I want to go to, they're close by. If the concert is on a day that I have to go to work, then I'll take off work. And that is actually the last question that we have for the stream today. I hope you enjoyed the topic. Thanks for coming to the stream, and see you next time. またね. Bye bye. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. For more English practice content, you can follow me on Twitter. See you in the next video.